Hey y'all, Crazy Train here, and I'm excited to tell you guys a story today about the time that I broke my best friend's arm. So this happened a few years ago. My best friend Matt called me up and said, dude, want you to come over. My brother built this go-kart, and I want to go riding around the neighborhood with you. I said, that sounds good to me. So I go over there expecting to see this really cool big go-kart with a couple of seats. It's got a motor on it. We're going to go cruising around the neighborhood. When I get there, what I find is a few pieces of wood strapped together, kind of nailed together with some wheels, a makeshift seat, and a piece of rope to steer the thing. Right away I can tell that this is not going to be a very safe little vehicle to ride on, but because, why not? It's already built, let's go ahead and ride it anyway. So Matt says we're going to take it to the top of the hill that leads into his neighborhood. We're going to take turns riding on this thing. He wants to go first since it was his brother's, so he hops on and he starts riding down. Now the thing about this little contraption is it wasn't very sturdy, pretty much as I expected it. And as you get riding down, the friction and the speed was too much, and it would push the wheels to one side and would throw you off. Didn't matter how hard you held on to the rope, it always would throw you off, about halfway down the hill. Well, after the first time it threw him off, I wanted to give it a try, thinking that I was stronger than him and I could totally hold it, no big deal. So we take it back up to the top of the hill, I jump in the seat, and I start cruising down. And I'm sure, as you can probably expect, halfway down, wheels kind of go crazy, throws me off the go-kart. Now it's at this point that I have a brilliant idea. Now I don't know anything about physics at the time, but my thinking is, hey, if both of us are on the go-kart, we should be heavy enough to keep it from going all crazy with the wheels and throwing us off, right? Matt seems to think it's a good idea, so we take it back up to the top of the hill. He sits on the little makeshift seat. I stand on the back, holding onto his shoulders, and we're going to ride down together. Now he wants me to give us a little bit of a push to start going down, but me and my adolescent thinking, I'd rather give us a big push. We got to catch some serious speed. He can totally hold this. We've got enough weight on here. We're totally good. So I get going and I get pushing and I kick us off really fast. Now he wasn't really expecting that, so it ended up pushing us in the wrong direction. Rather than going straight down the middle of the street, we were kind of angled a little bit toward the curb. And of course, as you would expect, halfway down the hill, the front end starts wobbling a little bit, eventually pulls to one side, throws us off, and because we're so close to the curb, it throws me over the top of Matt onto the ground, but throws him right into the curb. We roll down the hill a little bit, we're kind of laughing and getting bruised and beat up a little bit, and stand up and we are laughing. And that's when Matt looks down and looks at his arm, and it is obviously misshapen. No doubt this thing is broken. But he's kind of in denial. He doesn't want to accept the fact that it's broken, so he goes inside to clean up. I grab the go-kart, put it in their yard, go inside to clean up my bumps and bruises and stuff. I get into the bathroom where he's washing off, and now his arm's starting to swell a little bit. It's all on a funny angle. I'm thinking, dude, that's totally broken. He agrees. So we go in to show his mom, who's on the phone with a friend. She takes one look at it and just bursts out in laughter and says, hey, I gotta go, my friend just broke his arm. And so she takes us to the hospital where he gets it fixed. Needless to say, neither of us rode that go-kart again for a while, and I don't remember if Matt really blamed me at all for breaking his arm. I know in this case his mom didn't. She knew that we like to have fun, kids will be kids. It wasn't really intentional that I broke his arm, it just sort of happened. She kind of expected something like that would come about from this little go-kart, and her kids were always doing that type of thing anyway. So in the end, we were still best friends, still did crazy stuff together. I'll have more stories with me and Matt at a later date, but it was just kind of funny that my bright idea of the two of us riding down together and me pushing off and launching really fast ended up breaking my best friend's arm. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next video.